Happy Saturday and welcome back to Mimi's Christmas Workshop. Today I'm working on some mason jar lanterns, and these are so pretty and so easy to make. You're going to love this idea. So what you're going to need is some lamp oil, and you can purchase this at hardware stores or Walmart. It's the oil lamp that you put in those hurricane lanterns. You're going to need some mason jars, and I decided to use the pints for these. I already had a couple of candles, and I decided to make these for gifts and use the mason jars. You're going to need some fiberglass wicks, and I'll talk about that later. Some greenery, some pine cones and cinnamon sticks, and orange slices, and some shells. I'm going to make two styles. These are the fiberglass candle wicks, and it was like a pack of 10 for $7 off of Amazon, and I'll leave a link below. But you need the fiberglass wicks because they will last forever. My husband drilled the hole in the jar for me lid, and these are the Walmart cannon jars. They don't have any writing on them or anything, so they work great for this project. And I'm just filling them with some shells that I've collected over the years. You can put anything in the jar because it's going to be filled with that oil. But I just decided to make one with some shells that somebody could put out year round. So that's what I'm doing now, is just putting in some shells, all different kinds, to really make it pretty. If you don't have any shells, you can always buy these at craft stores. So if you're not near a beach, you could pick those up at a craft store. But I'm going to be inserting the fiberglass wick, and this is encased in a little glass tube right into the hole of the mason jar lid. But first I've got to fill the jar with oil. Now as you burn these lamps, the oil does decrease, so you'll have to continue to add oil. These are for decorative use. You could use these, I guess, as lighting in an emergency, but I always make sure if I have young kids around that I don't light them, or I'm just very careful with children when they're in the house. And you just drop the wick down in the jar, and the oil will rise up into the wick, and you want to push that wick down a little bit more before you light it. You'll see why in a few minutes, because it really puts out a flame. But isn't that so pretty? This is one that I purchased from a dear friend, and they're just so gorgeous. Look pretty on a counter or a table for a party or something. They're just so pretty. So the next jar, I decided to do more of a Christmas style with pine cones and cinnamon sticks and dried oranges. You remember I dehydrated those oranges a while back. I still got a big bag full of them, so I can make quite a few candles for Christmas presents. You just drop the things in the jar. It's that easy, and you could use a quart jar, but like I said, I decided to use up some of these mason jars that I already had. Those are some anise pods. They're so pretty, so I dropped a few of those into it. And then I have some greenery over there from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to pull that apart a little bit and add in some greenery just to give it some nice color. Look how pretty that is. So now we're going to drop in a few more things and then fill this one with the oil. Oil is easy to find at hardware stores. I always keep a good supply on hand to keep my oil lamps filled in case we lose electricity. And I have seen where people have used olive oil in other videos, but my experience with olive oil is that it just doesn't, the wicks don't stay lit as well as you do with the lamp oil. Look how pretty that one turned out. These are so easy to make. And if you don't have any mason jar, but you've got pickle jars or any kind of glass jar that you can drill a hole in the lid and then put the lid on securely, will work. Okay, now you can decorate the jars, or you can leave them plain, but I did have some hemp string left over from my candle making project, and I thought, well, I'll just tie some of that around. You can use raffia, whatever you want to use, or you can just leave it plain. They're so pretty plain, but I did want to add just a little bit to this seashell lamp just to show you what you can do. So I just tied it around the lantern and then lit it, and see how pretty that is. Such a nice gift for somebody. And the ideas for contents are just endless. You can put numerous things in there. You could put marbles or those pebbles from the beach, sea glass, and then I tied a bow onto the Christmas one. See how pretty that is? And then push that wick down a little bit before you light it, because the flame will be high if you leave the wick up. So I hope you like this idea and you'll give it a try. Come up with your own kind of mason jar lanterns. I just think they're so pretty, and I really enjoy making them. These would make really nice gifts for someone. So go look through your cabinet, find you some jars and some lids. Again, I use the Walmart jars and lids. They don't have all the writing on them and they work perfect for this project. But look how pretty all the detail of the shells are. And the orange slices look so pretty in those jars. These will keep for years and years. I've had that tall quart jar for 5 years now, and it still looks great. Again, the link to the wicks are in the description box below, where you can purchase those off of Amazon. Very inexpensive. So I hope you enjoy this craft and that you'll make some and use those as gifts for others. So thank you so much for watching. Please remember that if we have a dark winter, we have nothing to fear, because Jesus said, I am the light of the world, and whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. So again, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos and have a very, very blessed day.